Hello children, so we'll start height and distance today, part 1. Okay, now heights and distances meaning first. Now when you measure vertically upward, then we call it height. Okay, if you measure vertically downward, it is called depth. Now if you measure along the ground horizontally, it is called distance. So if you measure not along the ground or vertically, then normally we call it length. Okay, so using trigonometric ratios, it's very convenient to find out height or distance provided one is given. Okay, for example, suppose you have to measure the height of a building. Okay, so now you cannot climb up the building and measure its height with the tape. What you do, you can measure the length of the distance. Suppose this is 50 meter. Then with an instrument you can measure the angle. Okay, so suppose this is 60 degree. Then using trigonometric ratios you can find height. You know this is perpendicular, this is base, so P by B is 60 degrees, so you can take tan 60 degree equal to x by 50, so you can find the height. So it's very useful. So similarly, if you know height, then you can find the distance. Okay, so here normally we have two types of angles involved here. First is angle of elevation. When the object is above the horizontal line, ground, okay, observer is down and the object is above. Okay, when he observes upward, then angle formed by the line of observation and the horizontal line is called angle of elevation. Okay, when observed upward. So if the object is down and observer is here up, okay, this OX is the horizontal line here. So angle formed by horizontal line and the line of observation when observed downward, that is called angle of depression. Okay, so angle of elevation means when you observe upward, when you view upward, then angle of elevation. When you observe downward, angle of depression. For example, you are on the ground, you are looking at the top of a building, then that is angle of elevation. But when you are on the top of the building and you are looking at some object on the ground down there, so that is angle of depression. Okay, and T ratios. Okay, so here if you two sides, if you know, then you can find angle theta. If you know one side and theta, you can find the other side, any other side. So if you know two things out of three things, so when you take a ratio like tan theta equal to P by B, there are three things involved: theta, T and B. If you know any two, then third one you can find using trigonometrical ratio. Okay, so if P you have to find B is given, or B you have to find P given, then you always take tan, because tan is P by B. If you have to take, if you have to find P, H is given, or you have to find H, P is given, you have to take sine theta. If you have to find B, H is given, or you have to find H, B is given, then you have to take cos theta, B by H. So you have to look at the question and see which are the sides involved. Okay, accordingly you choose the correct ratio, and you should know the values of standard angles like 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree. For other angles you look at the log table, okay, for the values. And normally when you write the values of standard angles, you get √2 and √3. So you should know the values of √2 and √3. It will be very useful. So √2 is equal to 1.414 and √3 is 1.732. If you know it by heart, it will be very helpful and will save a lot of time. Otherwise you have to look at the log table and find the values of √2 and √3. Okay, also you should know the values of sine, cos and tan, 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree. Normally these angles are given. If any other angle comes, then you have to take help of log table. Okay, so now let's see how we can apply these concepts here in the problem. So let's take question number 1. The angle of elevation of tower I've taken insert here the angle of elevation of a tower from a distance of 150 meter is 30 degree. So if you draw the diagram, this is a tower AB. Okay, this is a distance which is 150 meter from the foot of the tower. Okay, and the angle of elevation, so upward, this is angle of elevation is how much? 30 degree. Find the height of the tower. So we suppose x. Okay, so first write which side is given and suppose x. Okay, whatever you have to find. If you have to find perpendicular, take perpendicular as x. If you have to find hypotenuse, take that as x. So AB is the tower and BC is the distance. So you just define the diagram here. Insert. Let AB be the height of the tower and BC be the distance. Okay, so therefore BC equal to is given 150 meter and theta is equal to 30 degree is given. Okay, so we have to find AB. So you write let AB equal to x. So now here which ratio you take? Okay, so you have to see which two sides are involved here. BC is given base, AB you have to find. So P you have to find, B is given. So ratio involving P and B is what? Tan. So you take tan 30 degree equal to. So tan 30 degree is AB by BC. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to AB is x and BC is 150 given. So this implies if you cross multiply root 3x equal to 150 because root 3 into x 150. This gives you x equal to 150 by root 3. So whenever you get irrational number in the denominator, you always rationalize it. Even if you get root 2, you multiply by root 2 again. If you multiply root 3, you multiply by root 3. So into root 3 by root 3. So you get 150 into root 3 in the numerator divided by root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 3 will cancel here 150 50 times. So what you get? This is equal to 50 into root 3. Now you take the value 50 into 1.732. Okay, 50 into 1.732 you can multiply. So what you get? If you multiply, 0 comes as it is, 5 to the 10. So 5 to the 15, 16, 1, 5 7 the 35, 1, 36, 3, 5 1 the 5, 8. So decimal point is before 3, 1, 2, 3. So it will come here. So this is equal to 86.6. Question says correct one decimal place. So correct to one decimal place. So this is the answer. Okay. Now, so if you have to find the perpendicular, so this is how you can find. Okay, perpendicular means height. Now, next we see how to find angle of elevation. How to find the angle. Question number 2. So what is the angle of elevation of the sun? So if the length of the shadow of a vertical pole, so vertical pole is there, so this is suppose the length of the shadow. So here is suppose the sun. So this is AB is the vertical pole and BC is the length of the shadow. Okay, what is the angle? Suppose this is theta, is the angle of elevation. So question says, what is this angle of elevation if height of the pole is equal to length of its shadow? So height of the pole x means length is also x. Alright. So you write let height of pole be AB. Okay, and the length of is shadow B BC. So therefore AB equal to BC equal to x. So you can write let AB equal to BC equal to x because height and length are equal. Okay, so let angle of elevation be theta. So therefore once again P and B. So you take tan theta equal to AB by BC. Okay, equal to x by x. That is one. So this implies tan theta equal to 1. Implies, now to find theta, if it's tan, you must write in terms of tan only. Tan, what angle is 1? You know tan 45 degree is 1. If there is sine, you must take sine some angle. If it's cos, write cos some angle. Okay. So if tan theta equal to tan 45 degree, implies theta equal to 45 degree. So this is the required angle of elevation. You can write therefore the required angle of elevation equal to 45 degree also. Okay. So now we have learned how to find height and how to find angle. So now the next question, we'll see how to find distance. So question number 3. So from a point P, so there's a point P on the ground, angle of elevation of top of a tower is 30 degrees. So angle of elevation is 30 degrees. So AB is the tower. And height is, if height is 100 meter, find the distance of P from the foot of the tower. So height is 100 meter, find the distance. So once again, vertical means 90 degree. So let AB be the height of tower and PB be the distance. Okay, so therefore AB is given here 100 meter and theta is given 30 degree. So let PB be x meter. Okay, so again P and B, so it is tan. So therefore tan 30 degree equal to AB by PB. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, you know, equal to AB is 100 and PB is x. If you cross multiply, so x equal to, you get 100 into root 3. Now if you know the value, write directly, otherwise find from the table. 1.732. So you get 1.73200. Decimal is before 3, so 123. So 173.2. So 173.2 meter. So it doesn't say correct to any number of places after decimal, so we can leave this as answer. Okay. Now let's take first ICSE question. So what type of question is asked in ICSE? All right. And also this question involves an angle which is not standard, meaning not 30, 45 or 60. Okay. So if it's not so, then you have to take care of log table. So question number 4. ICSE 2005. Okay. So from a top of a cliff, so suppose this is a cliff, AB, height of the cliff, angle of depression of an object on the sea here. Okay, suppose C, angle of depression meaning you have to draw a horizontal line here. Suppose P, this horizontal line here. So these two will be parallel. Okay. So angle of depression is 20 degree. You have to show on the diagram. Okay. Then height of the cliff is 92 meter. So here find equation says calculate the distance of C from foot of the cliff B in nearest meter. So we suppose this to be x. But this angle is outside this right angle triangle. So we need inside. Okay, so that we can take the ratio. So you know these two are alternate angles. These two are alternate angles since these lines are parallel, and alternate angles are equal when the lines are parallel. Okay, so this angle is also 20 degree. So define the diagram. Let AB be the height of the cliff and BC be the distance. Okay. So let AP be the horizontal line such that angle PAB is equal to angle ACB equal to 20 degree. Okay. Now therefore AB is also given and 2 meter. So let BC, which you have to find, be equal to x meter. So here also, therefore, tan 20 degree because sides involved are opposite and base, so we take tan 20. So 92 by, so first write AB by BC. Now tan 20 degree you can find from the log table which are provided at the end of your book. Also you are given log tables, I think. Okay, from there you can find, look at, okay, natural tangents. Okay, from there you find. So for to save time, I've already taken the value of tan 20 degree here. The value of tan 20 is 0.364 equal to 92 by x. Okay, so this implies x equal to 92 by 0.364 because x will come up here, this will come down. Now when you have a decimal point in the denominator, you cannot divide by this one, so remove decimal point. So you get 92 into, there are 3 digits, so 1, 2, 3 zeros here, so 364. Okay, so to save time, I'll just use calculator to divide here. Okay, but you are not allowed to use calculator, so you have to actually cancel and then multiply and divide. Okay, so 92,000 divided by 364, so 364 equal to 252.75. so 252.75. okay, that's the value of x. But question says write the answer nearest meter, means you have to round out the values. Rounding up meaning you remove these digits, okay, from the end. So if the last digit is 5 or more, you add 1 to the preceding digit and remove it. So when you remove this 5, this becomes 8, and when you remove 8, this becomes 3. So you get equal to 253 meter. So in nearest meter is the answer. So 253 meter. Okay. Now we'll take the last question for the day. So here we have to find, this is another type. Now how to find the length of hypotenuse here. Okay. So an electric pole is 10 meter high. So pole AB is 10 meter high. Okay. A wire is tied to the top of this one and fixed at the ground here at certain distance, say BC. Okay. So and this wire makes angle 45 degree with the ground here. Okay. So height is 10 meter. So question is, what is the length of the wire? Wire is from A to C is tied up. So this is X here. Okay. So define the diagram. So this is vertical, so 90 degree. So let AB be the height of the pole and AC be the length of the wire. So theta equal to 45 degree here. So therefore we have AB equal to 10 meter given. Okay. So let AC equal to x meter. Let length of the wire be x meter. So here now, okay, you should be careful. Don't take tan all the time. Here the ratio involved are P and H. So P by H ratio is sum people have. People have means sum means it is sine theta. So you must take therefore sine 45 degree equal to sum people have means AB by AC, some people have. So sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2 and AB is equal to 10 and AC equal to x. If you cross multiply, you get x equal to 10 into root 2, that is 10 into root 2 is 1.414. So if you multiply, you get 14140, decimal before 3 digits 1, 2, 3, so 14.14, you get 14.14 meter. So you can write therefore the required length equal to 14.14 meter. Okay.